I have some knowledge of two groups in the world, and both of them have like inner conflicts. So I'll go over two of them. Not in the same video though. So this video about the goth inner conflict, and this inner conflict's probably been going on for since goth started in the 80s in England. And that's the idea of what is really goth. And there seems to be several sides to it. You have your Leah Mouses on one side who define goth so broadly as to mean nothing at all. That's my worry. She seems to... I'll have to post her video, but she seems to almost say it's almost worse than whatever you feel like it is. But she's like, you can listen to rap or wear white and not do anything goth and still be goth. She almost I don't know if she's literally saying that you can not do any goth stuff and still be goth, but it comes off like that. So she defines it too broadly. Or there are those that the less radical say something like, goth is just listening to dark music and love and darkness, and you can listen to like techno's goth, industrial music's goth, emo's just a kind of goth, metal's a kind of goth. So there's the broad definers of goth, and then there's the narrow definers of goth, who are like the traditional or elite goths, and to them the only type of real goth is like, goth refers to a very specific type of post-punk music that existed only in the 80s, and that after the 80s ended, goth died. Goth died near the end of the 80s, and that it's just sort of hanging out still. But real goth is just death rock. Just death rock is the only goth music. And death rock is that like post-punk music. It was the first musical genre that was called goth. It was the very first goth music. So the trad goths are also called, or elitist goths, say that you're only goth if this is the music you like, and this is the only music that is goth, and if you like any other music, then you're probably not goth at all. And if you don't like death rock, then you're not goth. You have to like death rock. Only death rock. And I'm not exactly sure what trad goths define goth as, because it seems like just that's it. You wear black, you dress like a death rocker, and you listen to death rock. I don't know if they have any more definitions than that, because it seems like way broader than that. But I feel like that's their only definition is death rock or something. So yeah, I don't know what I think. I'm just sort of spelling out the inner conflict between radicals on one side and radicals on the other side, and then there's lots of people in between. They're like, the people who are close to trad goths say that, well, it could be a lot more than that, but like they would go and say industrial isn't goth and stuff, whereas the more broad definition people would say industrial is. So that's basically it. Between those who have a narrow definition of goth and those who have a super broad definition, and then everyone in between. And these people they're in big conflict with each other when it comes to goth stuff. It's just a big fight. So yeah, that's some goth news. It's probably been around since the 80s. What is goth, and fighting over it. So yeah, that's it.